Yeah. Yeah, Joe Cronin flipped out on Scott McKinnon last night. That was pretty cool. I mean, I like it when they get upset, but just from a fan or from a fan's perspective or from a Joe Corn watcher perspective, I like the drama. I mean, everybody, I think can relate. You can't have drama and without entertainment, and you can't have entertainment without drama. So that's how you build your fan base. So I think I think when you look at that, when you look at it that way, both sides win. Because look, we're talking about, everybody's talking about what happened last night for good and bad. You know, more likely the good because you know you you'll grow your fan base even more. But still, drama. It's still gonna be part of the show. I mean, look at WWE. They built their empire on nothing but drama, and that everybody knows that now. Like maybe like in the '70s or something, or in the '60s, like that was a hard concept to grasp. But if you look at like the '80s, like the late '80s or mid '80s, even in the '90s and the 2000s and the 2010s, that's not at all a hard. That's not at all a hard concept to grasp because it's there. Like it's around, and every show, be it SmackDown or Raw or whatever, it's there. That's why we tune in. If there was no drama, there's no conflict and all that. And yeah, there's got to be like resolution eventually. You know, there's got to be some kind of payoff. How it would be for small payoffs are. Um, um, that's what people want to see. They invest their time basically in following up on a storyline. All of that, the storylines. You could have like one storyline. You can have like 5 to 10, 15 storylines, maybe even like 25, or a lot of storylines all going on. All going on at one time, and they're kind of over. And some of them are overlapping each other. Some of them are like separating from each other. Some of them are like merging into one another. It's very complex. It's very complex. Um, once you once you have an idea of what to work with, like what's there. Uh, the same thing can be said about the same thing can be said about the Joe Cronin show. You got like you got Leah. You know, she became like a superstar overnight. Leah, like that's the first person I think about. That the mental image comes to my mind, and whenever anybody says, Joe Cronin or monetize this or like any references to Joe to the Joe Cronin show. Leah is like the first to come in mind, and then the second would be Joe and Ken. It used to be Bailey. I don't know. Bailey kind of just ran into the background. He kind of ran into the background of the show because because of his absence at times. And then Tommy NC 2010. Tommy NC 2010. He kind of became a star, but I can't say he's like a superstar. He had his own shine to he had his own shine to him, but it's not, I know his name, gets spread like wildfire on the Joe Cronin show and elsewhere. He's not quite there yet. He's not like an Aaliyah's level when it comes to stardom. And who else? Everybody knows Scott McKinnon. He doesn't really have a shine. He's kind of like in that kind of Tommy NC 2010 bubble or territory. But I think like if he starts his own show or something, I mean he has a comedic, he has a comedic sparkle, but for some reason it's not translating well. It's just not translating well right now. But he knows his talents. It's not like he's unaware of his talents, his skills. Be it like Freddy Krueger or MK Ultraman or there's other ones, or when he talks about like being like a reincarnation of Andy Kaufman or Jim Carrey or stuff like that. Like, that stuff makes him interesting. Because to me, I think like he knows somewhat of who he is. And a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't know who they are. They can say, their name is this and that, and they do this and that and whatnot. But not a lot of people can truly say, you know, who they are and what their likings are and all that junk. But Scott McKinnon, he knows what he's talking about. Although it sounds kind of odd to like the average Joe, but that's fine. That's what makes him. That's what makes him individualistic. He makes him an individual instead of, you know, playing around with popularity and, you know, oh, well, I got to do this because they told me to, or, you know, they like that because you know, it's not like that. It's not like, you know, oh, I got to follow a trend because everybody else is following the trend, the popularity game. He's not, to me, he's not like that. Although he may look like that, he may dress like that, but, you know, looks are deceiving. So, you know, sometimes looks can be deceiving. I've spoken to him before on his live streams. You know, I think him and I have a lot of stuff in common. Like there was once or twice where he said that like him and I are very much exactly the same or something like that, and I was like, yeah, that's, you know, we have very similar interests and things, and we can relate with one another to some degree. I just think that like he needs to like grow his channel and become his own entity, just like, you know, everybody else is doing that has you know has a lot of followers, like Joe Cronin and JG from New York and all that, and Justin Bailey and all those other people. Same thing for me. Like I need to grow my channel. You know, I'm not, I want to, all this like rambling on, you know, all these rambling ons that I do, these talk videos. Hopefully they'll pay off somewhere down the road.